Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Alan Witchey, President and CEO of the Damien Center. I appreciate you joining us this month. I'm very excited to have with me today Robert Kellman, and Robert is in our outreach and prevention area here at the Damien Center. And today, that's what we're going to talk a little bit more about. So Robert, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Would you mind just start by telling us a little bit about what your area in the agency does? What does prevention outreach kind of do?
Yeah, of course. So prevention and outreach includes our PrEP department. So that involves individuals coming to our center and accessing PrEP services, which is one pill a day that's over 98% effective in preventing HIV. We also do a lot of outreach events. So we will go to community centers or treatment centers, and we will have discussions about HIV 101, Prevention 101. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Great, great. And you've been here now for a couple
Almost
of years,
2 years,
right?
Yeah, 2 years and a couple of months.
Yeah. And now we've got one of the things that's really important, I think, is, as Robert said, is prevention of HIV, which is one half of our mission. So the first half is about providing services and care directly to people who are living with HIV, and the other part is about prevention of all of that. So it's always exciting to, we focus sometimes a lot on the services side, so it's great to have you here talking about that other side of the prevention.
Absolutely, and there are other things involved with prevention, treatment as prevention. For instance, U equals U, meaning undetectable equals untransmittable. A lot of individuals don't realize that that falls under the prevention department as well. We try to educate individuals that are living with HIV that if they get their viral load suppressed, then they are essentially unable to transmit the virus to other ones sexually.
Yeah, I mean, that's the most exciting thing. And if you're not sure quite what that means, but the viral load means that the number of viruses in your system are so low that they cannot be detected.
Right.
And that means you can't pass the virus on to somebody else, which is really exciting.
Yeah, it's a good message to get out there.
We have really good viral loads for people who access our clinical services, and then prevention. The PrEP team works right with the clinic. So in our medical clinic on site, whether you're a PrEP patient or an HIV patient, you access the same clinic, same providers, and you get to go in and access services, both primary care and PrEP here. One of the things that I think has been a little bit exciting, we're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but just maybe the online PrEP. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So it's called Mister, and it's online or teleprep, and individuals can access Mister by mail or by phone or by online. You can have your test kit sent to your home, and the provider will have you take your blood sample or urine sample, mail that back into them. They will do their testing. And after those results come back, they will send the medication directly to your home. So it's really good for individuals that have stigma about coming into the building and accessing services. It lets them do it from the comfort of their own home. And I think it's going to be a real game changer coming up here soon. Yeah,
it's exciting with COVID going on and everything. People who are nervous to go out can get this PrEP right in their home without ever coming into the building. People who are nervous about stigma coming into the building, they don't ever have to come in. And the most amazing thing, it's all free. So people can sign up for that program. You get your PrEP absolutely free. So that's exciting. We have some other exciting things going on. We recently got a grant from SAMHSA, which is Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
Yes.
Hard to remember that acronym all the time.
In the world of acronyms.
And it's a federal agency, and they oversee a lot of the substance abuse mental health work and funding that happens. And we just got that grant. And the exciting thing is, Robert, you're going to head up that new project.
I am. I'm very excited about it.
So tell us a little bit about that project.
So it has to do with substance abuse and mental health issues. But really, the focus is going to be with Black MSM and Latinx MSM, which is a priority population that really could use the attention and resources and services that we provide and that are available to them. So we are going to hire new individuals that are representative of those communities. We're going to have a lot of extra funding to go out into the community and meet people where they are and really provide the education and resources and testing that's vital to the community.
Yeah, that's great. It's such a needed project for us. And
for sure,
it's a 5-year funded grant. So that's the exciting part. So we know we can really dive in and make a big difference in that. Yeah. And so we talked about that the target is really Black MSM and Latinx MSM. And MSM means men who have sex with men, if people aren't sure. And so what will that look like? Like, what will some of the strategies be to reach those populations?
That's a good question. So really, I think it's important to go into the communities where those individuals live and really make your presence known. If that means really going out into the streets and talking to people, hosting events in the communities. Maybe those events are geared towards the Black community as a whole. It doesn't always have to be geared towards Black MSM. I feel like we can reach individuals as a whole in those sort of efforts. Also with targeted advertising, I think that's a good idea. So making the advertising appealing and more understandable to the priority populations, and really just getting out there and doing the legwork to meet the people where they are.
Good. Yeah, this is really timely given sort of the racial justice phenomena that's going on in the country right now. You know, just like, how do you sort of feel about the importance of this work and that Damien stepping in to do this work right now?
I think it's a pivotal and important time to really step up and to reach the Black community specifically, because we see all of the injustices that we're facing. So really making the effort to acquire the grant and to hire the right individuals to go into the communities and to provide this resource and education. I think it's really important. It's much needed. And it's good that we are shining a light and making the effort as opposed to inaction.
Great. Yes, I think that's really important. I think there's been such a discussion about actually stepping up and doing something, and I think that's what we're trying to do with this initiative.
Absolutely, because there's only so much that you can talk about until you really have to step up and
do something,
actually do action, which is what we're doing. So I think it's great.
Yeah, and it requires resources to do something, and so that's what's great about this. What can people get involved in some way? If there's someone watching and they want to get involved in some way, is there some option for them?
I mean, there are ways to get involved if you want to be more educated about HIV and removing the stigma. You can always email the prevention department or email me directly. I do lots of education surrounding that. You can volunteer at outreach events. Yes, there are many ways to get involved. Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah. Knowledge is the way to go. The more you know, you can spread the word to everyone. And
that's right.
Yeah, just the trickle down effect of spreading the word.
Good. Yeah. Is there anything else you would think would be important for people to know, or?
I think it's important to know that we are really going to make a concerted effort to reach those that are in those communities and reach out to places that usually stigmatize those in the communities, try to reach churches more directly, and just really try to just make everyone aware of what's out there for them.
Great. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad that you're heading up this project. I think you're going to be great at it.
I'm pretty excited.
And it's exciting.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Appreciate you tuning in and listening to some of the new work that we're doing here at the Damien Center. So have a great day, and please consider joining us in some way, volunteering, engagement in some way. You can make a donation at damien.org, or you can sign up for volunteering there, and you can reach out to Robert directly.
Absolutely.
So there's all kinds of options. And thanks much, and have a great day.